I want you to know that you are all God every day. You are all God every day. Who you are is inside of your brain. Who you are is how you think, how you behave. In my life, I was born without surplus. You feel good when you can give. It makes you feel abundant. And you should always feel abundant.
Dwayne96 says, new subscriber, I appreciate your work. It motivates me to keep improving. Any advice for short men? Is it the game or is the game pretty much the same?
Number one, the game is absolutely the same. Number one. Number two, you need to understand this. We all have things that are up about us. I'm not saying being short is up, but to somebody it's up, right? And there's also somebody who doesn't like men who are too tall. There's somebody who doesn't like men who are dark skinned. There's somebody who doesn't like men who are light skinned. There's somebody who doesn't like this, somebody who doesn't like that. If you've read my book, at the end of one of the chapters, my grandmother says, there's always going to be someone who thinks you're a, they might ban my video for, I'm not saying this, but N-I-G-G-R. She said, there's always going to be someone who thinks you're an N-I-G-G-R. Always. But the question is, do you think you're an N-I-G-G-R? Which is to say, how do you view yourself? Being short of stature, you did not choose. That means that's not who you are. Who you are is inside of your brain. Who you are is how you think, how you behave. The body you were born into, that just is what it is. If it was up to me, I would be 6'4", but I'm not 6'4", because it wasn't up to me. But I tell you what, I damn sure talk like a giant. I damn sure live like a giant. I damn sure behave like a giant. I don't bow down to anybody. You heard me? So I live like a giant. And in fact, when I was in university, I dated this water polo player. This bro was like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". She was hella tall, super skinny, had some of that fire. Oh, boy, that water was fresh. You heard me? She had that fire, like, good Lord. Zoe, if you're out there, Zoe, holla at the pimpin'. But I say that to say this. I know one guy who has a withered arm. I know another guy who had, is it cerebral palsy? He has cerebral palsy. No mental issues, but his arm looks like he's retarded, right? And we still fuck with him, right? You know, black folks gonna make fun of you. We don't give a shit. When we used to play basketball and he missed a pass, we're like, damn, nigga, use your good arm, use your good arm. Which is to say, man, like, I have a chipped tooth, which was completely accidental and unfortunate, but it is what it is. Most of the time, I'm the only guy who notices. No one else notices. In fact, let me tell you how much people don't notice. In high school, I got the Best Smile award. I was voted Best Smile with a chipped tooth. Don't be paranoid. Rock out with your cock out. Go hard, short or not. Because here's the thing, man. Whether you're short or not, you still got to play the same game the tall guys play. You heard me? So go forward confidently like a fearless lunatic. This goes for everybody. Short, lazy eye, small penis, whatever's wrong with you, fuck it. You heard me? Fuck it. Go hard. Thank you for asking that question.
Mike says...
Oh, wait, I'm sorry, love. I'm sorry. One last thing. Get your motherfucking money. That's the heal-all solution. Goddamn, success heals everything. You'd be shocked. Your dick was small. You became successful. Chick is telling you, oh, it's so big. You're like, bitch, I know you lying. I know you. I'm not talking about the small dick thing because I ain't going to lie to you. Boys, I'm going to say above average. You know, I'm going to say above average. But anyways, point is, be successful. That's attractive. So that's all I have to say on that one.
First time super chatting.
Wow.
Love the black box.
Wow. Thank you for getting the black box, and I appreciate that you've actually read it. No one has read it and said this ain't it. So that really warms my heart because I spent a lot of time writing it. And also shout out to you for your first time super chatting. There's a beautiful thing about earning enough to give others. I always talk about earning because it's a beautiful thing when you have enough surplus that you can give. And even when I didn't have surplus, which has occurred many times in my life, I was born without surplus. You feel good when you can give. It makes you feel abundant. And you should always feel abundant. And it's very low cost to do that. Like, you can give someone many things. You can give a like on this video if you haven't. When you pull up to a red light, you can give a homeless person $1. To you, it's nothing. To them, it might be what they needed to get a hamburger at McDonald's. So Always be in that saintly mindset if it makes sense. Now remember, be good to good people. I wouldn't give out a random dollar to a motherfucker I don't know, not today, but you get my point. And I thank you for that super chat.
NBA World says, Chapter 4, a real family, like how Marquett reached in his own black box based off of his experience and started changing his mindset from why to how.
That was, ooh-wee. That's a really good point. I don't want to give away too much for people who haven't purchased the black box and read it. I'm going to give a little bit of game just now on that. And I like how he didn't give it away. That was super player, shout out. In one of the chapters, and if you don't have the black box, you can get it on ebook at www.thesasn.com. You can just click the link, the black box, or you can go to theassassin.com/blackbox, the black box, theassassin.com/the black box. Anyways, there's an experience where I left the ghetto where I grew up, and I was in a middle class environment around a nice family. And initially I was like, damn, why wasn't I born into a family like this? Why wasn't I born into a family, my daddy's rich, my mom's good looking? Why didn't I get that? That's sucker shit. Why? Complaining. That's what your human nature tells you to do. But when you get this ism, it is. When you're saintly, the why doesn't matter. It is what it is. You didn't get that. You can accept the truth. You start asking yourself, how? Well, how can I get that? How can I create a family where the wife's good looking and the dad's rich? How can I create a family where it's a nice nuclear family and everyone has more than they need? How can I do that? When I started asking how, things changed and I changed. I got to work. That's the key. The black box gives you that kind of game. I tell you what, if you buy the black box and you don't read it cover to cover and say, God damn, oh yeah, I'll refund you. I'd be happy to refund you because you're a dumb motherfucker. And I don't even want my book in your hands. But there's no way you're going to read the book and not say, wow, there's so much I can use here. The book made me laugh. The book made me cry. The book made me sad. The book made me inspired. You heard me? I know, because I took out the time. I took out the time to do it. And anytime you have talent and you use focus and you put that time and effort in, it's going to be a high quality product. Shout out to the Saint for reminding me of that story. It's a beautiful moment.
Rex the Olympian asks, if you were God for the day, what would you do?
Well, Rex, I want you to know that you are all God every day. You are all God every day. That's why in the Creed of the Assassin, we ended by saying, I will show the greatest part of who I am. The greatest part. The God within you. So that's the idea that you get in your zone and you're working on a thing you're meant to work on. And you're working hard at it. Like as I said, there are times I would be preparing for a boxing match and I'll be working out in snow. Then eventually I take off the shirt, take off the hat, because I'm in a zone. Nothing can touch me. Nothing can hurt me. I am God. And when I'm running by, I see people look at me like, what the hell? And they have shock on their face. That's because they saw God run by. They may never see it again in their lifetime. You all can be God. You all can perform at a godly level at whatever you do. I would never think of being like Allah or Yahweh or like the God everyone praises for a day, because I'm not here to right the world. I'm here to offer something for those who really want it. Something pure for those who really want it. And I think that, as I said, we all can be God when we choose to. So that's kind of how I would go about it. I can't even really imagine like the nature of being God, because I think if you understand the monotheistic God described in Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, that's like it's just too. In the Quran it says, there's nothing before him or after him. He always was. To be infinite is something we can't even conceive, right? Every day you're getting older and you can feel it. Or you're affected by the world. So like I can't even get into a mindset like that. But what I will say is I encourage you all to be God every day, which is to show the greatest part of who you are. Thank you for that question.